All right, Julia, let's bring Paul Heggen in. And yeah, so that's the effect of the fire coming close to the freeway. But even if the freeway is open, that smoke is another problem as well.
Yeah, reducing visibilities and obviously reducing air quality across the Bay Area. Everything that's showing up on the satellite picture from space here is smoke, and you can see it streaming off of the fires in the North Bay, the South Bay, the Santa Cruz Mountains, the East Bay as well, and this just drifts around. Occasionally the air quality will improve slightly as the wind maybe picks up a little bit and stirs the atmosphere, but it's going to be a factor over the next several days. Let's switch over to an experimental forecast model. This is the high-resolution smoke model that shows us how the smoke is going to behave over the next 48 hours, or an estimate of how the smoke is going to behave, and you can see there's little pulses here where there's not as much smoke, but then when the sun comes up, the atmosphere heats up, those fires flare up to an even greater extent, and we see more smoke being blown around. The wind's more or less out of the northwest, paralleling the coast, which means the fires from the North Bay tend to flow down into the Bay Area, and they just collect, especially the South Bay, just because of the bowl shape of the geography, just gathers that smoke and keeps it in place. So be prepared to contend with poor air quality for the next several days. The fire crews have to contend with challenging conditions with hot temperatures. Around that CZU fire, the temperatures are in the 90s, humidity in the 15 to 30% range, a little bit higher, closer to the coast. The winds out of the northwest gusting up to around 20 miles an hour, and this is the one that's really been raging over the past several hours. The SCU lightning complex, which goes from eastern Contra Costa County into parts of Alameda County, but especially Santa Clara County, then farther to the east. These temperatures are the hottest, in the 90s to up to 105 degrees as you head farther east of the Diablo Range, and that means the humidity is lower, 10 to 20%, and the winds from the northwest gusting up to around 25 miles an hour. I have to show you a couple different maps for the North Bay. The LNU lightning complex will start with Napa County. Numerous fires ongoing right now, including the Gamble fire, the 1510 fire, and the Hennessy fire. Temperatures 90 to 100 degrees. It's still 99 degrees in Napa. 15 to 25% relative humidity is quite low. Winds from the west gusting up to around 20 miles an hour, but that means the sustained winds are a little lower than that, and the winds are even lower in Sonoma County. That Walbridge fire to the west of Healdsburg, temperatures are in the 90s, but the temperatures will drop a little bit over the next couple days. That helps. The humidity goes up a little bit. Problem is the wind is going to pick up, and so challenging conditions will continue. Look at all this smoke as we look to the south from Salesforce Tower. This is going to be the issue for anybody with sensitive breathing issues over the next several days. Made up to 104 degrees in Livermore and Concord today, 100 degrees in Napa. All those fire crews in Napa County trying to get a handle on things have to contend with triple-digit heat. 91 degrees San Jose. The city made it up to 77. It's still 73 at SFO, while it's in the upper 60s downtown. It's still hot inland, 100 degrees plus. Fairfield, Concord, and in Livermore. Upper 80s in San Jose, low 90s still in Santa Rosa, and upper 90s around Napa. The temperatures will drop off tonight. Not as warm as the past several nights. We'll end up in the upper 50s, mostly low 60s by early on Thursday morning. And while we'll heat up, it's not going to be quite as hot as the past several days. Temperatures maybe 5 to 10 degrees above average instead of the 10, 15, 20 degrees above average that we've seen during that heat wave that isn't really ending, but at least it's abating somewhat. Upper 60s along the coast tomorrow, a mix of low to mid 80s and some upper 70s around the south end of the bay, upper 80s and some low 90s for the Santa Clara Valley, expecting upper 80s in San Jose. Mostly low to mid 90s for the Tri-Valley, and where those fires are ongoing, temperatures are going to be in the upper half of the 90s, so while there's going to be some improvement, not going to be much. Temperatures around the bay topping out in the low 70s. Mid to upper 70s on the east side of the bay, and then upper 80s and low 90s for the North Bay, with even hotter conditions farther to the north. Lake and Mendocino counties topping out in the upper 80s and low to mid 90s. The heat inland is going to continue. It's just a matter of how hot for the next several days. Doesn't look like we're going to get any real relief until we hit the end of next week. And even temperatures around the bay, while they're not going to be in the 80s in the city, they are going to be in the 70s all the way through the weekend. Even an outside chance of a little moisture sneaking up towards the Sunday and Monday. We need the humidity. We don't need any chance of additional showers or those thunderstorms that causing so many problems still as we speak. Another update on air quality coming up at 6 o'clock.